back. Sorry, I wanted to try the I wanted to try whatchamacallit. I wanted to try the night mode for the camera, the new phone camera, but it's not great. October is my fault. I say that I'm sorry. I wish that I know you inside of these stories. Sorry about the quality of the camera. I want you out of my room. I'm sick of all of your lies. Internet. Don't blink, you shall blink. Well, very short. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this glorious night sky. Night sky, so it's late at night. I don't feel like going to sleep. I had a rough day. I had a rough emotional day. So I want to stay up. How do we stay up? With something called Coke. No, not that Coke. You freaking. What's wrong with you? We're talking about Coca-Cola. This one is Coca-Cola. It's a special one. So I didn't want to take diet because diet can suck my. So we went with zero sugar. We'll be tasting Coca-Cola zero sugar. If you take away the sugar, what's left? I don't know. But hey, I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be having fun. It's gonna be a good day. We had a rough day today, like I said. So I'm looking to elevate. I'm trying to balance, and I'm trying to go to sleep with a positive mindset. Can I agree on you? Can I agree with you on that? As they say in French, na zdrowie. I'm definitely more of a Coke guy than a Pepsi guy, I have to say. Is it delightful? It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's nuts because it's not because when you think about Coca-Cola, right? Think about it on. There you go. Didn't land where I wanted. I wanted to be perfect in the garbage. We landed next to it. We didn't even get any close, but it's okay. Think about the formula for Coca-Cola is the taste of Coke, the sugar, and the gasified water. There's a taste of Coke. There's the gasified water. There's no sugar. So on the surface, it really looks similar to a normal Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola. Um, Behind the scene, below the scene, whatever you want to call it, there's much more to it. There's much more than just an average drink. You know, it's how can we change this formula? And if we do change it, it's for example, right? For example, a Monster, what it did was that was really good was they started changing things left and right. They really start to change things, and because they changed things so much, people didn't mind that they did some new recipe. Coca-Cola is really a staple in our history, so to change it, it is nuts. You go with no sugar. This is where I kind of want to go. I'm nervous because I got so much to do, and we're not even close yet. It tastes like no sugar. You're still close enough. It's so weird because you're messing with a classic, first of all, so you should do that. But at the same time, it's close enough for you to be like, yeah, I like this, and it's far enough to say, yeah, this is something different. You know what I mean? So different enough for you to notice it, but say close enough to say, hey, this is Coke. I'm gonna be honest and say there's a couple seconds or milliseconds in the beginning where something is missing, and then there's a couple milliseconds on at the end where you feel like something is missing. Both of these together are weird because you're like, what am I drinking? But because most of the experience is similar, like, okay, I'm drinking Coca-Cola. See, there's this test, this famous test, right? When if somebody drinks sodas or drinks soft drinks, put two red cup, put Pepsi and Coca-Cola, and ask them which is which. If they don't drink sodas or soft drinks, they'll say the same. They'll say they're the same because it's a lot of sugar. It's similar to syrup, and it's just gonna feel the same way. Now, here's the fun part. If you're used to soda, you can actually tell the difference between Pepsi and Coca-Cola. It's actually quite easy. Now, why am I saying all this? Well, because with this one, if you put it in red cup and ask me what it is, I don't know if I would say Coca-Cola, right? Now, how is this all important? It's not important. Because as long as it's soft drink or the drink you're drinking is drinkable, the drink that you're drinking is drinkable, it's a good time. And because it's a good time, you shouldn't care about anything else. That's pretty much it. Anyway, long story short, peace. Don't blink, it's your buying. Welcome to the show. Because you guys doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 16th August 2025. It sucks. I feel like listening to Julia Wolf in my room. We listened to it the whole day. However, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna be while listening to it because I'm recording this hour on all the three phones via my fourth phone. That's okay. I could. So this is part two to a video that we did this bit before. Now we call my parents, and when I say I call my parents, I call my mom today, and my father texted me. Okay, so this is why I had this reaction today. Now, before we start, I want to say that the first part of this video is a part where I complain and I read about my parents. It is possibly too emotional, but it's also something that I felt in the moment is kind of worth it. So what happened is, again, today I wasn't supposed to work. So the ex-agency, the guy that I complained about, called me and said, "Hey, I know that you need. Look how he's decent." And again, you guys even say, "Dude, you're over exaggerating." I'm not. I'm not. Okay. It's a question of principle. It's a question of values. It's a question of how you do life. You say, "Hey, a guy canceled on me today. I know that you need money. Do you want to work?" Why not just ask, "Are you free today? I need somebody to work." You have to say, "I know that you need money." This position of leverage, this position of, you know what? I'm doing you a favor. No, bro. No, bro. I'm doing you a favor because the guy canceled. So you that like money so much, I guess in the first part, are you be missing some money. Why? Because the guy gonna get a percentage of the salary is not gonna come in. No salary, no percentage. No percentage, no money in your pocket. No money in your pocket, you're losing money. People like that, time is money. Money will come and go, time won't. Understand? So I agree because I do need money. I'm not desperate, but I'm broke. Like I'm good with money. I'm extremely good with money. I'm extremely good with money. But even being a magician with money, I'm not. I'm not a magician. I'm not a magician, you know. One of my neighbors shit. Sorry. So that sucks. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, it's a bit tougher. It's a bit tougher because, at the end of the day, I do what I can, and what I can is not enough, you know. And that's kind of like what I want to talk about. My parents. My parents, they don't know how much money I have. They don't know how much I work. They don't know what is going on in my life, right? And this is why I was really, really bothered today. But this is my fault, okay? When I was younger, I pushed my parents away a lot. I was like, I don't want you to be part of my life. You're not part of my life. Blah 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 blah. I want to be my own person, which I did. The reason for that was because my parents were a bit too controlling. I said, you want to be controlling? You're not going to be able to control me if I just disappear. I want to be a part of my life is let me do my own stuff, and that's it. So I didn't allow them to be part of their life, right? But to my defense, I was a sad kid. I was a really sad kid. I was a kid that didn't like life. I was a kid that had this existential crisis. Who am I? There's this question. I have a tattoo. W-A-I. Who am I? It's a question that's normal to ask. But it's usually when you start changing. It's usually when you take a decision. Nothing changed. I didn't even know who I am. I didn't even know what I liked. I didn't know what made me happy. I didn't know what was the goal in life. It was rough. It was rough. And then I pushed my parents away because I was depressed. See, my parents, they wanted me to do good. They wanted me, and I didn't want to hurt them, so I pushed them away. You know? And now, because I pushed them away so much when I was younger, they don't feel like I can get close to me. Right? My problem is that they don't know me. And again, I'm possibly not the most open person. I'm possibly not the person that is sharing the most. Even when I'm speaking to you guys, most of the video will be on surface. Most of the videos I'm gonna do is gonna be a principle, not a factor of this is who I am. A principle. You've been looking at my video for a while, right? And most of you guys, and that's not a bad thing. This is a me problem. Most of you guys won't be able to answer who's Ink. I say, well, I think that Ink's a good dude, or I think he's a bad dude. I think he's cringe. I think he's an asshole, right? And the craziest part, if you watch my video, is you'll be able to say, yeah, I know Ink's opinion about that. But I know who's Ink, right? And if I'm being honest, this is so hard to admit. What was the real reason I had so much problem with Ink and I think taking so much space? Why do you guys think I had such a problem with not being able to be myself? Because I know exactly who Ink Vendetta is. In his opinion, he's a hard worker. You know? That's pretty much it. You know, he's a guy that tries to do good. Trying to be a positive influence. I know that he's a guy that's trying to fix what he's done. The guy that tried to fix the mistake that he made in the past. Make amends to them people. There's a guy that seeks forgiveness from other people. But Stefan is the exact same person. Is Stefan the exact same person because Ink is like that? Or is Ink is like that because Stefan is the exact same person? And the answer is just like this. I just did a review on Coca-Cola with no sugar. I was talking about how different it is, and people don't want to be different. Coca-Cola is a staple. Coca-Cola is a staple. I just got a text. Yeah, Coca-Cola is a staple, right? So as long as you're enjoying the drink, who cares? That's basically it. Like people don't want to change. People they want to have the product that they've been having since they were a kid. So change is not good. But then who cares if there's sugar, no sugar, as long as you enjoy what you're drinking. Makes sense? Cool. And this is the exact same answer here. This is the exact same concept. Who cares the difference between Stefan and Ink? As long as the person itself is positive. If you find $20 on the ground, you're not gonna ask who lost it. You'll keep it. You'll say like, what? You know what? I've lost money, and people took it and didn't ask if it was mine. So now that I found money, this is mine. You know? Kind of like a undisclosure karma. What's lost is something. There's kind of this perception, this universal theory of the reason why you lost something because somebody else needed it more than you did. The reason that you found something that you needed that something more than the person that lost it. Right? Yeah. Try to be this person. This is a good person, right? Positive person. Try to give a positive change and do whatever needs to be done to be leading the place a more positive thing than it is. And I love my parents, I do love them. But it's a different thing. The reason why I was so settled. The reason I was so settled. I got a fight with my mom. Who 5 times we talked for 20 minutes maybe, and 5 times she says apologize to Jacob. I told him Jacob fuck you. Because I had a good job that they were willing to hire me. And he said that I was working for him for something else, which wasn't true. So he sabotaged my chances with the company that was good. So I could go back to him, crawl back to him, and beg, please, please do give me a job. Give me a job that I can get on my own. Give me a job that you're gonna take a part of my salary. Please, bro, I beg you. I don't want you want to do that. I have pride, which is a bad thing, I guess. Because that pride will not allow me to beg. But at the same time, even if I didn't have pride, the way this person is, it was against my value of what a person should do. I'm not gonna ask a person that values to take care of my kids. I'm not gonna ask someone that's racist to organize a party in my building. I'm not gonna ask a person, my boss, when they don't care about me. Call me insane. I was like my mom with that. And my mom, she talked about today. She talked about some people at my age, they're married, they have kids. That's cool. How many people get divorced? So they were married, they had a good time, and then they divorced, and they went through divorce. In the divorce, it's never 50-50. There's always the person that initiated the divorce. And now these people are miserable. And they're my age. But they got married, like that means something. They have kids. How many people have kids by accident? How many people are shitty parents because they weren't ready? On in one phrase, my mom, and I love my mom, and I issue. In one sentence, you're telling me, I don't know if you can take care of yourself. I don't know if you're able to succeed in life. I don't know if I wasn't there, what you would do. And the very next sentence is, why don't you have kids? You're telling me that I can't take care of myself, but you want me to have kids. Hello. My father. My father. I did a video like this, and this is, I promise, I swear to God, this is not planned, okay? Yesterday I did a video. Yesterday morning, so about 6 hours ago. I made a video because one of my friends, the one that texted today, that texted right now, told me I want to unalive myself. a video called Hardship. And one of the biggest part of it, hardship, is hurt people, hurt people, hurts people. My father today. This is why I go crazy. You don't understand why I'm unstable. This is why. Me and my father yesterday went to the office to ask for financial aid. Okay? Just financial aid. In the car, my father says, "Are you gonna be on welfare your whole life?" I said, "No, Dad." I said, "This is if I don't find a job. Worst case, I get it 1 month. I find a job. Worst case, I don't get it." So what are your plans? I said, "Well, right now, most of that I have are shitty because I don't have education. I don't have schooling. There's literally people with university degrees that give out CVs. The place I apply to because there's a crisis of work. If I had a diploma in something that is interesting to me, I would have a better chance of finding this place, finding a job here." Now, do the fact that they have a university diploma, let's be honest here, let's be honest, did it make them better employees? No, of course not. But it gives a boss more reason to give them a shot. And all I need is a shot. See, that's the thing. I never been to that interview. How often did I get fired or so often did I quit? You know how often I got fired? 2 times. You know how often I quit? 13 times. Been working for 12 years now. So yeah. And then he sent me okay, so this is a long story, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. And this again, I'm not a perfect person. This is me opening up to you guys. This is me being vulnerable. Please understand this. Okay, this is hard for me to say. I was 22. And the worst thing is, like, I talked about my hardship yesterday, which is my biggest depression. I have this girl, and I mentioned this in the depression video yesterday. I mentioned this word for word, so this is not something I'm making it up. I have this girl that I think is the love of my life. I dated her for 3 months. I said, "Girl, she's gonna be the mom of my kids. I want to marry that girl." That girl, she's a real crowd pleaser. She break up. I should get her back for 1 month. I was 22, she was 18. I think she was 19. I know I missed one of her birthday. And she's really erratic. She likes to fight. I love to fight. So I tried to get her back for 1 month. Didn't work. And I started to get all horny. Now, this is a crazy story. I did that at 22. This is too much information. I started jerking off. I started masturbating 11 years old. With Showcase. There was a show called The Behind the Scene of Porn Movie. And if you were lucky, you saw a pair of tits. If you were lucky. I had my first kiss at 20. Lost my virginity at 12. And it wasn't great. It was a girl. She was a virgin hunter. What happened is she was touched when she was younger, and then she wanted to steal the virginity of people, like the virginity was stolen. Long story short, you're a slut. But you could have something. My second experience was at 22. For 11 years. No, for 9 years. I jerk off. And I found a girl that's not only good in bed, but wants to do it. I spent a weekend at her place and we did it 9, 10 times. It was really good. I spent a month and I'm horny. But of course I go back to corn, right? That's what she do. But no, I had a taste of heaven. Why did I go back to mortal? I had ambrosia. Why did I go back to Apple? The cell phone company, of course. There's this girl that likes me, and I do not like her back. Never did. She loves me. And I know that she loves me. So I said, use her just to fuck. And she tells me she loves me. And I say, me too, even though I'm lying, because I want to keep fucking. I took this girl on the lie and made her promises that I never intend to do for 9 months. And then I got healed by depression. You know why I'm healed from a breakup? I was in depression. Depression killed me though. When you use a girl for sex, but you don't have libido, you don't need to use her. You don't need to use her, you do. I treated this girl horribly. I wasn't mean to her, but I was a nice guy. She was broke. She would make me meals. She would bring me pizza. You know how much she was making? Minimum salaries. She was so generous. You treat her like shit. I treat her like shit. I treat her like shit. Not once, not twice. Every single time I saw her, which is 4 times a week. Then my father tells me this place hires. The place she's working. When I met her, she was working there. Now she's the assistant manager there. I tell my father, I can't work there. And he says, why? So I told him, there's this girl that treated like shit there. My father says, who cares? You need to pay the bill. And he's right, I do need to pay bills. But these two, my mom and my dad, hi mom, how are you? They don't know how much I have. They don't know how much I have. My mom literally calls me at 8 o'clock in the morning, panicking. Steph, do you have enough to eat? I'm like, mom, I'm fucking obese. I think I got enough food, right? When you see me lose some weight, you get to worry. I'm getting fatter every single day. I think I'm eating okay. They don't know. They don't know how much I work. They don't know how much I have. They don't know how much I'm looking for work. They assume. Now, this video started simply. This video started with me saying that I hide stuff from them, which is true. There's a reason for that. I was with my father. I go to my mom's house because they kicked me out. Kicked me out at 18, they kicked me out. And then I go to my mom's house. And it's a pleasure there because I get to do whatever the fuck I want. I get to eat what I want, I get to do what I want. There is nothing in my way to do whatever I want to do. I go to my mom's house for a year. I gained 80 pounds. Went to my father's place. We finished the course for baking. There's a girl in my class, and this again is a true story. She tells me, I got a place for you, but I gotta buy the bakery first. So I ask her, when are you gonna be ready? She say, oh, the month of July. I finished the school the month of November. From November to July, which is about 10 months. I spent those 10 months in my room because me and my stepmom, she's giving me shit because she doesn't want me working there because she says I don't respect anybody. but I don't want to be there. I'm forced to be there because okay, so it's complex. I actually treat my father really well because I like my father. At the same time, I know the situation is temporary, so I am myself. And if you don't appreciate, I'll be gone. I'll be gone in July. But then she wanted me to be kicked out. So I avoid problem. I avoid confrontation because again, I've been kicked out once. I went to my mom's house. My mom won't take me back. It's my father's place. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Long story short, I spent 8 months in my room. I don't remember how much. Yeah, I spent 10 months right in my room. I have three things. I got my cell phone to watch YouTube and to do emulator game. I have free weights, 20 pounds that I still have to weigh. And I got rubber band resistance thing. So in 10 months I lose 70 pounds, right? I am starting work in a week. By the time I start talking to my friend, because again, I went to my mom's house, I was depressed. I came back, I started working out, I started feeling better about myself. I started healing again. I go out. This one night, my father and his girlfriend went to my room, and I didn't trust them, so I put a trap there. I went in their medication cabinets, Tylenol, Advil, vitamin C, vitamin E. There was another one. I don't remember what it is. And I hide the package. You think it's drugs. So I come back the next day. My father says, come here. Either you tell me what this is, or you're out. Now, okay, so there's three things. First of all, how am I gonna get drugs if you guys are always home and I'm in my room? I'm gonna wait until you fall asleep to go get drugs and come back, and I'm gonna do it while you're sleeping that we don't hear you? I don't think so. So I go in the cabinets, take out the corresponding things, and I show him. I say, why did you do that? Because I knew we were gonna look at my room. My father came in, and he had the key. He would take pictures of my apartment. Because the dishes weren't done. Take picture. He take picture of a bag of ramen. Because the expiry date, it was expired. So there you don't care about what you eat. That, Dad. They're fucking ramens, dude. They're dry food. They'll be good, don't worry. And if I'm sick, then I'm a dumbass for eating over due date food. That's my fault. I'm depressed. He goes into my medicine cabinet. He takes picture. And this is all okay. This is all okay. Because once again, it's a feeling of fear. I'm worried about my son. So my stepmom, his girlfriend, one time she cooked something, and it's not great. Sorry, it's not good. And I'm forcing myself to eat, but at the same time, it's not great. So she said I'm struggling to eat. She says, what's wrong? And I said, I'm sorry, I don't like it. And then she tells me, you eat 2 years old ramen, but you don't like my food. So I look at her and I said, I don't need 2 years old driving because I don't even know the date. I'll be honest, I don't know the date. You know what she said? You know what she says? I saw the pictures. Am I supposed to trust you guys? How am I supposed to trust you guys? So what I did, I started hiding stuff. Now was the right answer to hide stuff? Well, the right answer is to go and to see them and say, hey, when you do this, it's bothering me. It's not nice. It's not okay to do this. And if they choose to continue, that's their fault. If they don't choose to continue, then okay, well, thank you for respecting my wishes, right? So am I so mad today? Why was I so mad? Why was I so mad? I'm not hiding stuff from you guys. They both know my name on social media. If they're curious, they just have to go there and say, hey, did my son did nothing today? Wait a second, he posted 10 videos today. Wait a second, in this video, you see him giving out CDs. Wait, in this video, he's meeting a government official to train him on how to get a job. Wait, on this video, you see him working. You're lazy, and you're assuming the worst because you don't trust me. Now it's one thing to not trust a person because you don't trust them because they're bad people. It's another thing to know that there's proof out there and not look for them and accuse them. Them, the neighbors, how often did they ask me, hey, did you steal garbage out of the balcony? No, I didn't. Did you ask them? Did you ask them? Did you ask the one below? No. Only me. And then we literally have to cut somebody else. Do it. To say, oh yeah, it's not him. Did they apologize? No. Did they say, hey, I was wrong? No. Fuck me, right? Fuck me. And this is what's bothering me. This is what's bothering me. In a world where there's no difference in between if I'm nice or wrong, if I'm guilty in both cases. A less honest person, a more fucked up person, will see people treating them as lazy and be lazy. Well, you think I'm guilty, so might as well be guilty. You think I'm gonna steal, so might as well steal. Then I get you guys, and you guys are like, yo, you're a role model. I'm like, thanks. Thanks. And most of the things, most of the way people talk to me, most of the comments I get, most of the things that people I talk to, they're positive. So I'm doing something right somewhere. It bothers me. I had this job with the agency that I didn't like. I didn't like. I'm with my mom, and I'm telling her about the company that I was working for, which was Sobeys. The food company I was working for was Sobeys. I'm telling mom I'm working for Sobeys, and she's so happy. She's like, oh my god, Steph, this is such a good job, and this is such a chance for you in the future, right? Then a week later, she's like, hey, how's Sobeys? I don't know, mom. Somebody's stealing. And the first thing that she says, are you stealing? Hello? No, I'm not stealing. And then I tell her that it's a sad thing because the boss at Sobeys is a really nice guy. And I'm telling you that my agency rep is not a good person. So my mom knows that I think the boss is a nice guy and the agency rep is a bad person. Doesn't matter what you think. You don't know them. I work with them. I know. Let's an example. My neighbors, they've been the cheater. Again, they're fucking 80 years old. He's not a cheat. He doesn't get it up anymore. Poor guy. I feel sorry for you. See, I'm an asshole now because I'm pissed off. My neighbor is cheating, and I know he's cheating. And you say like, oh, he's a really nice guy. No, he's not. He's not. Because he's cheating. And then the boss of Sobeys, it comes to me because we have a report. I'm a nice guy. I spend time with people. Company, I talk to the employees. They talk to me. Now there's a bit of racism in there because I'm the only French Canadian. So they're talking to me. So yeah, there's a bit of racism there. I'm talking to them. And the boss, he tells me, hey, Steph, is there people stealing me? And I don't want to snitch. Which is not true because I snitched to Jacob. Didn't know what to do, so I told the guy that was in charge of the agency. I asked him. He tells me, please tell me. And I said, I'm sorry, I got an answer. That scared me. That scared me. And he tells me, I know I'm asking for a lot. I'll give you a day. Please tell me. I told Jacob, the agency worker is outside. Jacob tell me, don't forget who you're working for. Don't forget where your loyalty lies. Are you an agency worker? You're working for him. Tell my mom that. And my mom tell me Jacob is right. No, that's her opinion. I understand that. I understand that. But I'm gonna go back to the example of the neighbors. The neighbors are really nice to my girlfriend. Really nice. But almost maternal to them. My girlfriend. I'm not gonna tell my girlfriend that the guy's a cheater. It's gonna hurt her feeling. I know it's a bad guy, but I'm not gonna tell her. I was like, no, the bad guy, the guy that she'd complain about, he's right. And she tells me, don't bite the end that feeds you. You're right. You're absolutely right. I agree with that. On one hand, he's feeding me, but the other is he's hitting me. It's like a dog, right? I'm the dog in this scenario. I keep coming back for abuse because I need food. And the guy's like, come, I'm gonna give you food. And on the other hand, he slaps me. Again, again, and again. What about the bully? What's wrong with my bullies? Who's wrong? In the end, I was wrong. Because for 8 years, I let the guy bully me. I never complained to the boss. I never fought him. I started answering. I started answering after 6 years. A bit too late. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because it's so weird, so fake. People think I'm lazy. I'm literally giving you the proof. You don't have to trust me. You don't trust me, that's fine. It's okay. Watch the videos. Count the videos that I uploaded today. Count them. You don't even have to click on the video, they'll tell you the time. Wow, and you can only did today, but you worked for 4 hours. If you want to invented like gaming, my god, you're shooting for 7 hours. You tell me my son worked for 11 hours, and I still call him lazy. Am I the perfect kid? No. No. But I don't tell them I'm a perfect kid. I don't tell them I'm perfect. They're not gonna believe in it until it brings money. Because money shouldn't be the reason why you're doing something. I could suck dicks for money. Am I doing it? No. No. If you follow the logic, me sucking dick for money is more valuable use of my time than following my dreams. That's why I'm pissed. Because the role model that I have, the blueprints of my whole entire being, the two examples I had growing up are both leading me in a direction that is wrong. You wanna know why? When I was young, I didn't like working. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be very honest, okay? Very honest. The last job that I had was 8 years, okay? It was the best that I ever had. Still, 38 hours out of the 40, I had music. The last 2 years of the job, I was thinking about social media. That was my favorite job. You wanna know why I don't like work? You wanna know why I don't like working? Because I grew up with a dad that all he had to talk about was work. He didn't have personality. He didn't have dreams. He didn't have aspiration. He didn't have a personality. I grew up with a dad. All he wanted to do was work. He was living to work. I grew up with a mom. Mom that would complain about her coworker. I grew up with a mom who would complain about how hard life was, how hard she was working. But then when they were offering overtime, she was tired. She was the first to say yes. Because she was afraid of missing money. I grew up with two people who had a very toxic relationship with work. My dad. My dad. The second my stepmom isn't around, they'll call me. They wanna come over? I feel lonely. My mom, my mom, who is 67, doesn't have to work. She's 67, it's 4 days. She won't have to work. She doesn't need to work. Tell me, Steph, I'm depressed. Ask her why. She said, I want to go to Egypt. So why don't you go to Egypt? I have to work. I tell her, what do you need to work on? She tells me I'm going to be bored otherwise. And I can't help. forced to see myself as this, and I know myself. I know how passionate I get. I know how love I get. I hyper focus on things. I'm hyperactive. I'm either gonna be the guy that hates his life because he doesn't like the job that he has, and he has chains, a ball and chain, because he needs to pay the bill. I'm gonna be the guy who does not have a life. Because he worked too much. I'm always that guy. How often do you see me not working? How often am I not doing anything? How often do you see me getting tired? It would be different if it wasn't for content. And both of them are saying give up on content, it's not gonna work.